So welcome get back, guys. This is the long-awaited for how many subscribers? 5. On what our first month of full-time reselling amounted to, and that was for June of 2024.
And this is the first full month that both of us together have reselled as our income.
Yep.
So let's see how we did.
So what we'll do is we'll break it down by platform, and that way it kind of gives you an idea where we are. So why don't we start with you first? Like for Kitizen, have you sold anything?
Nope.
Simple. Okay, what about Depop?
Nope.
All right.
Nothing for June.
And Mercari?
Mercari, I did $188.79.
Okay, good deal. And Mercari still is not charging listing fees or transaction fees?
Now, it looks like the transaction fee now goes to the buyer.
Okay.
So the seller doesn't pay, which is kind of unfair, but I bought something this month on Mercari and I saw the fees and I was kind of like, but you know, really when you look at it, it's not that much. I mean, there's tax, shipping, and then there's a little.
So Mercari would probably be better for the seller, not so much for the buyer.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, really when you look at the overall for the buyer, I mean, I think it's probably a little more for the buyer as far as the fees. But because the seller can sell the item cheaper to the buyer because of the lack of fees to the seller, you get a better deal on Mercari, it seems like, for the most part.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a squeaky chair.
Okay. We'll go to Facebook Marketplace next. I sold a couple of things. I think I sold a spare tire and wheel. I think I also sold a trailer type of thing for behind the bicycle for little kids or animals or pets or something. And so that came out to about $220. So
not too bad
yeah,
for Marketplace.
Yeah, so
no fees on that. So
right,
that's good.
right. And it's all going to be local pickup and stuff like that. I'm
Don't
not
have
into
to worry
the
about shipping.
I'm not
so
into
that
the
was
whole
nice.
shipping thing, on there yet.
Right.
Okay, so let's go to Poshmark.
Poshmark, I did $697. My net profit, however, was $464. Is that correct?
Well, are you backing out your cost of goods as well as the fees and all that?
I thought you came up with that number, 464. I don't recall me coming up with that number.
Yeah.
So
I think that does back out the cost of goods.
Yeah, I think that includes cost of goods. However, I will say fees on Poshmark are pretty high. They're not that high. I didn't think. Yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So last is eBay, and I primarily sell on eBay. Jennifer does not. So for my first month, gross sales was $912.55, and the net profit was $741.46. And the items to note were, if you saw the previous video, I had a lot of die-cast trucks, 18-wheelers, that I'd collected over the years in the industry that I worked in the transportation industry, and those were selling like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually came across an Amazon Fire tablet at an estate sale that only cost me $5 and sold it
New in
for
the box.
$60. Yeah, brand spanking new. So all that really helped get me to that $912 number. So for June, our total gross sales was $2,218.34. Now, as far as the tale of two thrifters, what does that mean for money in the pocket? We're looking at $1,814.25. That is accounting for the cost of goods and all that. So out of that,
Not too shabby for our first month.
yeah, out of that, we have to back out some tax money. I don't have a clue
We'll get there.
how that is
We're
supposed
getting
to get done, and I know that there's other YouTubers that are resellers that are out there that promote or endorse certain type of accounting software or apps or whatever. So we're going to look into that. But, you know, what are some of the lessons learned from full-time reselling?
This month?
Yeah, for you.
Let's start with you. I'll have to think about it for a second.
Okay, so for me, I'm working a whole lot more than I ever did. You know, if I work 40, 50 hours a week at a job, I'm probably working double that doing this. And fact of the matter is it's not killing me to do it. I have an engineering degree from college, and I've actually put it to use by making boxes. I'm selling some stuff that...
She's selling eBay.
Well, I don't want to buy boxes, right? That's coming out of my pocket.
He's a Franken box king.
Yeah,
now.
so I've been recycling boxes as they come in, and my mother-in-law, who we live with, bought her a new recliner. And if you've ever seen the cardboard material they use for that, ooh, it is heavy duty. It is good stuff. So my poor fingers, I've been using a razor blade because I can't find box cutters anywhere. We only have 1,300 of them scattered around the place.
Right.
And so I was using a razor blade to score and cut and fold corners and all this stuff. And I got pretty good at it, I must say. I think it's something I could put down on my resume if I ever go to work for UPS or FedEx.
Right. Right. I think for your first month, what I have seen is that you've enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm working every day.
Yeah.
I mean, from the moment I get up at around 7 in the morning, I'll check my eBay, I'll check, you know, who's watching, how many views, things like that. Am I priced too high? I look at the comps. I adjust accordingly as appropriate.
Right.
You know, and I'm trying to schedule with Jen on when to shoot videos and all those kind of things. And I know that consistency in putting out videos is one of the factors on getting your channel up off the ground. So that's another thing. I mean, we got so many challenges that we're tackling at one time, but
we do, but we're learning at the same time. We're
Yeah.
not scared of it. Right.
We're not scared.
And I think that this, in the long run, can be a much better situation for us. And we'll get to the point where we don't work as many hours. I think that, you know, for people to tell you, you know, hey, just become a reseller, you'll work less time, that's bullcrap. You're going to work your butt off in order to make enough to pay your bills.
Yeah.
Now, we had to do some side things this month to compensate for the difference in what we needed versus what we made. Like, I did spend a couple of days doing a cleaning job. It was a big cleaning job for someone, which threw me back into an RA flare-up, which is not good.
But that was this month. That wasn't for June.
Oh, I was thinking that was June.
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. So anyway, as full-time resellers, we're still having to look for those other opportunities to make a little side money. And we've got some fun, interesting things that we've learned coming up that we'll tell you guys about, like your CPAP situation or the CPAP machine situation and, you know, different things. And John learned something really big this month.
Well, no, hang on.
He's going to talk to you about later.
That's for another video.
I know.
But so let's wrap up with the lessons learned from June. So
okay.
We told you, you know, what we made and what take home is. The other thing that I learned is for eBay, it doesn't matter if you have free shipping or buyer pays shipping, because eBay is going to levy the transaction fee on the total amount the buyer pays. And come to find out, I am not a fan of free shipping at all. So I will look for the cheapest method of shipping a product to a customer
At the
and
buyer's cost.
at the buyer's cost, and then I'll utilize that. So whether it's UPS ground or if it's USPS parcel, or ground,
SurePost.
or if it's priority, how quick they want it, things like that.
FedEx.
It all depends. And so
You haven't done any FedEx this month,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
used
shipped
FedEx.
mostly USPS and some UPS. And the UPS stuff, it seems like the bigger, the heavier it is. UPS is a little bit cheaper. And just so you're aware, there are other ways of doing shipping in terms of paying for shipping outside of eBay. As long as you're able to put in a tracking number and protect yourself and the buyer in the instance that what you ship gets lost, make sure that there is some insurance on that. Up to $100 usually will cover most things.
Are you talking about pirate ship?
Yeah, but that's one of many different providers that you can use. And I happen to like pirate ship. I do net a little bit of a profit doing it that way, but the end result is the same. So, it's worked out well for me. And oh, by the way, the one other thing, I got my first return ever. I've sold on eBay for years, but again, only a couple things a year, since 2012, and nothing major. And this is my first return, and it was a brand new item, open box. I didn't test it. It was an electronic piece of equipment, and the buyer got it and said, "Hey, I have tried every different way of getting this thing to work, and it doesn't work." And so I was like, "Oh man!" And here's the thing: is I was doing this will not accept returns before. Well, eBay doesn't care if the buyer's not happy with a product, and the buyer files a claim to return the item. You have to accept it, and it's on your dime to pay for shipping, whether they do it, the buyer does it through eBay, or you provide a shipping label or shipping document to the buyer to use. And so that cost me another, almost $11 out of my pocket to have this item returned to me. And here's the thing: it's been stuck at the post office since July 6th until today is July 13th. I'm like,
it might be lost.
Where's my stuff? So, luckily it's less than $100. There's insurance that's on there. If I have to file it, I'll do that. But, I filed a lost package with the Postal Service, and they call me back, and they're going to investigate and see where it is. Because I got to check it out. It's like, what's wrong with this thing? It's supposed to work. Anyway, don't want to make this a dragged out video, but we wanted to just let you know how we did for the first month. And July so far is shaping up to be a pretty good month. And
for him.
Well, we'll put out another video on some of the other things that I've been picking up. And it's kind of exciting to me. But, I never thought that I'd be getting out of bed at 10 o'clock because I hear the ching on my eBay app. I'm like, oh my gosh, I sold something.
10 o'clock p.m.
10 o'clock p.m.
When
I
you're
roll out
already
of
in
bed.
bed.
Yeah, when I roll out of bed, and I come into the office, and I'm excited. I package it up, and I put it on the little table, in front of the door, so that way in the morning, get up. It's like, hey, don't forget, we got to get this thing out, because we do same day shipping, if at all possible.
Yes.
Now, if we get it at 5 p.m., well, the post office is closed. Now, if it's going to go UPS, I think Staples stays open. That's our nearest UPS drop-off. So we're able to get it there. But all in all, it's been good. We're not making a killing. We are able to make bills, but with birthdays,
and all the extras,
weddings,
yeah,
baby showers, all that extra stuff,
it's a little rough.
It's tight.
But I feel
tight.
like if we got to the point where we're at double what we made this month, we'd be very comfortable.
Yeah. So
Very
I guess the
comfortable.
secret is to learn to live well within your budget.
Right. Sorry, guys. I'm having some kind of allergy attack. I feel like my eye is itching up here. It's weird.
I think 2024 has been the year of allergies.
Yes. Especially in Texas.
Yeah. There's all these unexplained. Well, do you have COVID? Do you have the flu? Do you have strep? No, I tested negative for all those things, you know. Getting
Right.
the big, you know, Q-tips stuck up your brain and all that kind of stuff. And come to find out, they don't have a clue, but they'll prescribe you all kinds of medicine to get
Lots
over
of
it.
allergies.
Yeah,
This year,
so
for
this
sure.
year has been nuts.
Why don't we talk about, you know, the things we sold this month that were the most profitable? Just a couple of
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I didn't have any. Most of my stuff was bread and butter stuff. Like $20 here, $30 there. Might have had a couple of 40, 50. But for the most part, the highest price thing I sold in June was my profit portion was $71.20, and it was a pair of boots. So, you know, I had a pair of boots. I had a Northern Angel sweater that sold for around $40. I had a pair of Tory Burch tassel heels that were really cute, actually. I took an offer on those, and I think my portion was like $56 profit, which is not bad on any of these things. It's just that that's pretty much the highest this month. And you know, I've done this in the past, you know, sold in the past, so I like big profits on each item. The bread and butter is hard, but it all adds up, and that's the whole thing. You know, making $20 on a shirt or $30 on a pair of pants, you know, and then, you know, it all adds up in the end, and it makes up for the whole month. I mean, yeah, bread and butter, but it's a lot more fun when you sell those items that you make $200 off of. I know they're rare, they're few and far between, but we're trying to build up to where our what is it? The cost that we make on each item is higher. What is that called? I can't think of the word.
I can't either.
I've got that brain right now that's not working. I'm tired. We did go garage selling this morning, and then had to run errands and other things, and it is Saturday, so my brain is kind of today. But those were pretty much my highest priced items.
Yeah, mine were. I had 4 or 5 of those die-cast trucks.
Yeah, those did well, and
50,
they were
at
the
50
profits
or
on
60
those.
bucks a pop, and that's like $300.
Yeah,
and my cost of goods was 0.
Yeah, that was a good deal.
Yeah.
And we're starting to find that, you know, you can find some things, and I won't talk about it, so you don't have to hush me.
You're dragging this video out.
No, it's fun to talk about, though.
Sorry, guys.
That you can find something that really you would have thrown away or something for nothing and turn it into a big profit. And we're going to talk about that coming up. Because John discovered something really
well, we don't know yet. We're in the baby.
It's panning out.
We're in the baby stages of this.
And I think as we go, as we move along, you start to get a lot more creative. You know, would you agree? Like,
yeah, because
in the beginning,
learn.
Yeah, you learn things and you start to get more creative. Like, oh, maybe that does have value if I look inside of it.
Right.
So, you know, I think that's a fun part about reselling too, is the learning aspect of, like, the doors open up. I don't think I buy as much crap since we've been full-time either. When I go to garage sales, if it doesn't have a potential value of at least $20, I try not to pick it up. So
yeah, and it's always changing too. Like earlier today, when we were at a garage sale, I found a couple of Tom's heels, and I was pointing, you know, hey Jack, you might want to check these out, you know, because several years ago, Tom's was pretty popular. They sold, and she was like, "Yeah, I see them." I'm like, okay, I thought I found something, right? Anyway,
he doesn't understand clothing as much.
No.
And I am not 100%. I mean, I'm obviously not a fashionista. Can't say it. I'm a Maxinista, though. I like TJ Maxx.
Yeah. I mean, upscale for us is Walmart. Well, no, it's TJ Maxx.
I love TJ
Ross.
Maxx. It's one of my favorite places to shop.
What was the other one?
Marshalls.
Marshalls, yeah. So we like those places.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we should conclude this video because we tend to wander. She tends to wander.
We do wander. You do too. You like to talk too.
No.
But hey, guys, it's been a fun first month of reselling. I think we've enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. We've spent a lot of quality time together in this room, our office. We've really spent more time together than I think we have in years. Not necessarily chatting or whatever, but we've been in the same room a lot. But this is fun, and we're glad you guys are coming along on the journey, and we hope that you'll continue to follow us. Let's see how we do in month 2, which we're in now. And things are really looking up for John, so you're going to want to follow along and see the fun things that he sold this month. But anyway,
I call them fun.
Oh no, interesting things, very interesting.
Well, to you,
I think that the viewers will learn.
You'll
From
be
this.
like, huh? What? That's worth money?
Don't do
You'd
that.
be surprised.
Yeah, don't do that. You know, his hick thing is not. It doesn't. Stop it. Hate when he does that.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, until the next video.
Yeah, you guys have a great day, and we'll see ya on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.